Hey, so I've done this a lot, multiple attempts to try to explain this stuff, right? But so I have a group where I'm trying to help people who lost their funds by using the wrong network, sending between exchanges. Without getting into too much detail, I have other videos about it, but this is mostly just for them. And for anybody else who doesn't understand how custodial exchanges work and how blockchains work, so I'm going to explain a couple things, right? So for people out there, if you were to send assets from like Binance to Coinbase, and when you're sending that transaction, it asks you, would you like to use the Ethereum network, ERC20, or Binance Smart Chain, BSC, BEP20? And what that means is that's a different network using the same address, but there's other networks. There's the Omni network, and then there's the Matic network if you're sending Matic. So there are a lot of different blockchains where you can send cryptocurrencies. That's what that's referring to. So what happened is I created a group to help people who sent Binance Smart Chain to Coinbase, because Coinbase doesn't support Binance Smart Chain. They only support the Ethereum network. So if you were to select the wrong network because you're using this technology, you're not really well versed in it, you don't really understand it, you don't understand that you really should always send a small transaction first just to make sure that you're doing things correctly, especially when you're new to this game. But people don't know that, so some people have lost a lot of money. We're talking about, altogether, there's millions and millions of dollars, like tens of millions of dollars. The group that I created on Discord, like 250 people contributed their information to my spreadsheet, and we're up to like $1.7 million worth of assets that were sent to Coinbase that are sitting in a wallet that Coinbase can't technically access to, which I'll get to in a second, and it's just sitting there. Now, one day it'll be available. Now I'm going to explain that. So that's what I'm referring to, these different networks. Now, when I talk about exchanges and wallets, if you were to send assets from an exchange using the wrong network and it goes to a wallet, then in most cases you can recover all those funds. The big difference between wallets and exchanges is the key. So a wallet, a cryptocurrency wallet, is typically a wallet that you have possession of the private keys for. You maintain ownership and control over that wallet. When you create a Bitcoin wallet, or if you create an Ethereum wallet on my Ether wallet or something, you get a private key or a mnemonic seed phrase, something to recover those funds if you ever lost access to it. That's your private key. Same with a Trezor, things like that with hardware wallets. With a Ledger, you get a recovery phrase or a private key. That mnemonic or that key allows you to access that wallet if you lose access through your primary platform. So if you were to send funds to like Coinbase's wallet, they have Coinbase wallet is separate from the Coinbase exchange. So if you were to send funds to Trust Wallet or Coinbase wallet or MetaMask, all those wallets offer you a recovery phrase. If you lose the ability to access those funds, or if you send funds that aren't supported by Trust Wallet or Coinbase wallet because it's on the wrong network, you can use the recovery phrase on another type of wallet that does support the network that you need to access, right? Because if I send funds to Coinbase wallet using Binance Smart Chain, Coinbase wallet doesn't support that blockchain, only the Ethereum one. So if you send funds with Ethereum, they pop up in your wallet. If you send funds on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain, they are not visible on the Coinbase wallet software, right? Because the wallet doesn't support Binance blockchain. It's unable to see that network, but it's still sitting there on the network, in the wallet, just out there in space. So if you were to then import that wallet into another platform like MetaMask that does allow you to add the Binance Smart Chain blockchain, then you can recover the funds. That's why wallets are much different than exchanges. What do exchanges mean? Now, typically when you use the term exchange, you're not talking about a decentralized exchange. Although, with the advent of DeFi, decentralized finance, and the explosion in the DeFi market, there are a lot of new decentralized exchanges. But let's set that aside. A decentralized exchange allows you to have your own wallet, and then there's an exchange that sort of connects and communicates with your wallet because you give it permission to do so, but you still own the actual wallet. Most exchanges, Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, Bitstamp, KuCoin, all those exchanges are what's called a custodial exchange. A custodial exchange is more like a bank. It's still within the realm of cryptocurrency and blockchain, so it's not like you could just call them on the phone and say, hey, someone used my card, refund me the money. It's still not quite like that, but in this context, it's sort of like a bank where you send the funds to your address on KuCoin or on Coinbase, and then the exchange receives it, and they put it in their account with all their money, and they manage it for you. Then when you log into your account, it keeps a record of how much your account has received. So it knows that the address was for your account, the money goes to that address, then it goes forwards from there over to their main storage wallet. So all their cryptocurrencies are stored in one super secure wallet. It's not like every user on Coinbase has 50 different wallets and there are private keys for all those wallets somewhere. All those funds get directed to their hot wallet, their storage wallet, after the hot wallet receives them, and that's where all those funds are. So when a custodial exchange receives those assets, if they don't support that blockchain, in the case of Coinbase, they don't support Binance Smart Chain. So if you were to use BEP20, that network, the Binance Smart Chain network, and send funds from like Binance to Coinbase, they are sitting in that wallet that Coinbase will potentially one day be able to access to recover those funds for you, but they don't even have that ability right now. Those funds are sitting in that wallet and they don't get forwarded over to the Coinbase main wallet because the technology and the software is not built for that to happen. Coinbase actually has to write the software, has to write the smart contracts to then forward all of those funds over to a new wallet that they have to add support for that will hold BEP20 tokens. It's a whole big production. It would cost a lot of time and money in development costs. So Coinbase isn't going to do it because one guy calls and says, hey, I sent $1,000 and I can't access it. They don't care because they can't dedicate half of their development resources to doing that. So the point of the group I created is, now that we have over almost $2 million, say we can say, hey, Coinbase, there's $50 million out there. If you just build that software and send everybody their $50 million total back, and you take a 1% fee for doing it, that'll cover your development costs. Or better yet, how about you accept all those funds into your system, you add full BEP20 support, and then every one of those users will spend that $50 million, and you will get fees for all those transactions on your system. That's why you want to advocate for the changes with Coinbase and not say, oh, we're going to sue you. They didn't do anything wrong. You sent funds using the wrong network and using the wrong blockchain settings to an exchange that blatantly says on their website, we don't support these other networks, these other blockchains, right? So people made an innocent mistake because they're newer to this space. That's completely understandable. It doesn't help anybody to go on a rampage and say, I'm going to sue Binance and Coinbase and they need to fix this. They don't need to do anything. You made a mistake. You're asking them to help you recover your funds. So all we have to do is say, hey, we represent, hundreds or thousands of your customers. There are tens of millions of dollars in limbo. It'll help you to recover those funds for us, and you'll get our business back, because right now we're unhappy with Coinbase. That's the approach you take. I just wanted to educate you on what custodial exchanges are versus wallets and what the differences are there and what the different networks refer to. Hopefully that clarifies things for people who keep asking the same questions over and over again. And if you have any other questions, feel free to join the BEP20 to Coinbase Discord group I created. I'll drop a link to it. If you happen to send funds between exchanges and they don't support the BEP20 network and you would like some help with that issue, or if you sent them to a wallet and you want to get some help recovering those funds, reach out to me through Discord in that group and I'd be happy to help you out. Any other questions, DM me in Discord. That's the best place to reach me. Thanks, guys.